Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning into the Financial Investor channel. My name is Brent, and today we're going to be making a video going over M1 Finance and the quirks that I have had with the activity tab, the statements that I've received, and the inconsistency as far as being able to track dividends on a day-to-day, month-to-month basis, and having some issues with their statements. Of course, we're going to be taking a look at that here in today's video. So if you are brand new to the channel, I do make stock market, real estate related content. If you guys are brand new, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel. If you do enjoy the video, find it helpful, hit the thumbs up. And if you have any comments, questions, go over anything in today's video, drop it in the comment section below. If you have quirks with M1 Finance yourself, let me know in the comment section below. I think it's a great platform for brand new investors. It's a fairly new platform, so they're always changing their interface, they're adjusting things here and there, but I would like to see M1 continue to make improvements on their statements and the way that they display information on their activity tab, such as kind of going back here to when I had done my February video. February, I had added up all my dividends, and the very last one that had paid out as far as the February activity was Caterpillar. But taking a look here at my statements, that was not correct. Now the second week here of the first week of March, this had included Simon Property Group. Now this was actually included in my February statement. So when I took a look here at the dividend information here for the specific stock, this company paid out back in February 28th. Now I would really like it here if M1 Finance would put a sort of upcoming activity, so pending activity, so this would actually display upcoming ex-dividend dates. When you have met an ex-dividend date, you can see here that your earned dividends increases based on when you have captured the dividend, but you just have not been paid. What I would like to see here in the activity tab is that when you have an ex-dividend kind of coming up, it'll display, okay, you have a dividend coming up. It'll be a pending activity. Once you've hit that date, it'll display as dividend will be paid on, and then display the pay date. And then it may not be here in your statements on a week-to-week basis or whenever you make deposits, dividends, or other buy orders, sell orders, but at least you would have that date in your record. Here I have $2.80 here, or $2.31, and then I had CenturyLink here that paid out this Monday. I was not expecting this one, so when I did my Monday buy video, I did not plan for CenturyLink to be paying me 49 cents on Monday. So no, I currently have 49 cents sitting in the account here until next Monday when I'm adding another deposit into here in order to reinvest those dividends, plus continue to dollar cost average here on the weekly basis. Now, one of my quirks here with the M1 Finance platform is their statement. So when I went back here, I'm going to go ahead and go through a statement here with you back in January, and then how this is going to show incorrect data here by the very end of 2019. Now, taking a look here at the top underneath dividends, this is showing here that my period here in January, I received $25.54, and my year-to-date dividend tracking is $25.54. Now, when I went and actually took a look at my statement here that I shared with you guys here in January, I had not included JP Morgan here in my January video because, again, this went back and had that issue where JP Morgan carried over into the first activity of February 4th. So when I did my January video, JP Morgan, while it did pay back in January, did not get included in that January video, so I had to clean this up. But here in January, I had actually made $38.01. So $38.01 is a much different number than $25.54. So of course I took down and I went down through the statement. Underneath dividends and interest is where you should see all your dividends that you have received, your interest that you have made. And here, when I went through here, Walmart, Kimberly-Clark, Altria, Cardinal Health, Essex Property Trust, this is a REIT and a non-qualified dividend. So keep that in mind that it's in this section. We also have Cisco and JP Morgan. And down here towards the bottom is the tally here of $25.54, which matches this period and the year-to-date payment. But this was not the actual correct data that I had actually tracked here while going through the actual activity tab. Now in the activity tab, on here, I had added up quite a bit more. You know, we saw Altria in there. If we take a look here, we'll see WP Carey. This is one that you did not see on the statement. You also did not see Digital Realty Trust. So here we saw Essex Property Trust on that statement, but we did not see WP Carey or Digital Realty Trust. So that is $8.73 here and another $3.74 there. That's basically, you know, almost $12.40 there. That is completely missing from that statement. So, okay, I went back to the statement and looked it over, and down here, down towards the bottom, on page 10 of this whole statement, there's a portion here called funds paid and received. This includes all the contributions that I've made so far for 2019, the market value of my portfolio, the ACH deposits that I've made, and then right down here towards the bottom, sort of mixed into this whole bucket, was the dividends here that I received for Digital Realty Trust of $3.74 and WP Carey of $8.73. So somehow this could have been a cash, what's it called? A distribution, like a cash distribution from the specific stock, but it should still be included here. It's still being written here as a dividend. And the way that their tracking kind of goes here, it's going to, you know, just make this a little bit harder to follow. I'll have to actually look at the statements in order to make sure that, you know, I'm also receiving the dividends, but also tracking it month to month, yearly, because last year when I did my 2018 wrap up, I went over and had just looked at the dividends, the cash paid out, the MLP distributions here at the top, and that displayed all the information I needed, whereas now this is displaying dividends, but it's missing 2 of the dividends already in the January statement. So, okay, I went over the February statement. February statement had $33.27. Okay, when I went to my spreadsheet here, was that correct here for February? Okay, February, I had it correct. I had $33.27 after I corrected SPG. SPG was not included in my February video because February, I believe we covered this here in the earlier part of the video, it did not come up in the activity until the March 4th activity tab because it did not display it up here in the pending activities. Again, M1 Finance should use this portion. They know when you've actually received and earned that dividend. So it should only, you know, it should be a little bit of coding to go into the background because they're able to track those like dividend dates and what stocks have actually you've actually claimed and are going to be paid out. This should all be pending underneath here. It should be showing, okay, we have upcoming dividend dates, and on the right hand side you're going to be paid or you have been paid on X date until it goes down into your recent activities where it's finalized and recorded here. And then here in the actual dates, this should display a date. So CenturyLink paid out on Monday, so it should display here 25 March 2019, CenturyLink paid out 49 cents. That would make it a lot easier for just kind of documenting and such. So February was actually correct here. I made $33.27, which is exactly here what the statement said. And when I took a look here at the statement to see, you know, if the real estate investment trust, if these other funds had actually paid out correctly, here we can see that Simon Property Group, this is another real estate investment trust, same as WP Carey, same as Essex Property Trust, and Simon Property Group. I'm sorry, the other one, what was the other one that had paid out? SPG, so Digital Realty Trust. These are all real estate investment trusts. They all pay out dividends the same method here. So these should have all been included underneath the dividends and interest. So kind of going forward year to date, this number here for me is going to be a little bit inaccurate. If you guys check your statements, let me know, are your statements a little bit off as well? Have you looked through your activity? Have you looked at your statements on a month-to-month basis, and is it displaying it incorrectly? You know, this could be over here in the back. This could have been just a where they have these are not MLP, so they're not MLP distributions, and I don't believe that WP Carey pays out a cash fund payout. I know they do. It's not a dividend, but it's basically they're paying out of the dollar portion and such. I can't think of the name here. But for 2 of them to be displayed this way, I guess I'll have to wait until the 4th month, April, which is coming up here very soon, and we'll be able to see the April statement and see how that one displays data for WP Carry and Digital Realty Trust to see if they've actually corrected this kind of going forward, if it was just a January mishap, or is this just going to be the way that they're going to be doing it, because it's going to make it a little bit harder to track. So that is basically all I wanted to cover in today's video. So if you guys are not using your statements to kind of get the correct dividends paid per month, that could be a really good way, because here this threw my actual dividends paid for January and February completely off here. And currently in March, I have done the math so far. I didn't include CenturyLink. I wasn't expecting that one, so I'll be bumping that up in there. I think I have another one coming out on Friday here, Digital Realty, somewhere in there. So I should be hitting right around that $31, $33 point here for March as well. And of course, the markets are doing really well today. So yeah, everything's going well here in the portfolio. I know we've had a really good day in the market today, nearly up 1%. As you know, the market itself is doing really well. So that is basically all I wanted to cover in today's video. Let me know in the comment section below, is there anything you would like M1 Finance to change on their portfolio end, on their activity tabs, on their statements? What are some quirks that you have seen that M1 Finance should fix into the future? Again, it's a smaller, younger platform, and they have a group fixing a lot of the issues, but again, it takes time to roll it all out. So again, if you are brand new to the channel, I do make stock market, real estate, financial videos, personal finance and such, so definitely subscribe to the channel. If you did enjoy the video, find it helpful, hit the thumbs up, and if you have any comments, questions, again, drop it in the comment section. I would appreciate all your guys' feedback, and that is it. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye.